one in which we're celebrating so many joyous occasions. I wanted to introduce someone to you. First of all, my name is Eduardo Fernandez. I'm a Jesuit priest. I teach at the Jesuit School of Theology in Berkeley, California. And one of our students, Brother Jeremy Sabugo, who is Filipino American from Hawaii, I invited Jeremy to attend a couple of celebrations because having been in the Philippines myself and having been in Hawaii, I know that your cultures are so rich. So I wanted to see, Jeremy, what would you see at these celebrations? One was a posada, which is a custom in which Joseph and Mary are seeking housing and go from door to door and deliver St. Joseph. And another one is the celebration of Our Lady of Guadalupe at the parish down in West Oakland. So, Jeremy, tell us about your impressions.
Okay, well, as in Filipino culture, we come from big families. So the one thing that always kept coming to me while I was doing the posada and also being involved in the festivals for Our Lady of Guadalupe was picturing people that I know in Hawaii as cast members of one, the Posada, and also of the festival of Our Lady of Guadalupe. I think that's what culture objective is, to bring you back to the time of remembering what the culture was like. Because a tradition is something that is passed down, and I believe it served its purpose for that opportunities that I was given.
And Jeremy, do you think that the fact that you played St. Joseph, would it have been a different feeling for the Posada if you hadn't played St. Joseph?
Well, for me personally, I kind of had in mind that I was someone other than myself. I was Joseph. I was representing all the Josephs out there. And Joseph to us can be in many forms. A father figure, a carpenter. But for me, I just had to do it for that time.
Wow.
I was picturing my father at that time and how my parents are immigrants from the Philippines and they went to Hawaii to find better life. And I'm pretty sure my father had that same story of coming to a new place, which is Hawaii, and also looking for a place to stay.
Wow.
So it was very meaningful for me.
Also, profound. Tell us about what was your impression of being at the parish yesterday? This was a Guadalupe celebration. There were Aztec dancers. There was a mariachi. There were little kids dressed up as little Indians, indígenas, and they were dancing. What was your impression of this celebration?
I think life is a culture. I think life wouldn't be interesting as it is now if it wasn't for culture. I'm glad that I could relate to such Hispanic culture because I believe there's a lot of similarities between my culture, Filipino culture, and the Hispanic culture. And it's nice, like again, it was bringing me back to my home in Hawaii or to the people of the Philippines. And because I live far away from home, across the Pacific Ocean, it was nice for me to have that imagery in mind during the Advent season.
You know, you just reminded me of my own time in the Philippines, and like you, I felt very much at home. There was, again, I mean, a common denominator here is Spain. You may know that a well-known, well-loved member was a member of Brother Jeremy's community, the community of the Sacred Hearts, is Saint Damien, the leper, who worked in Hawaii, in the island of Molokai.
Okay.
And I've just been thinking about you coming here, Jeremy, and since Damien is so loved and you're coming to a new place, anything about his life that you think you can learn from?
Of course. Well, I think what I've learned from St. Damien is that when going to a place, you can't be an outsider because they won't receive you as well. Right?
And it's just reminding me of how, isn't there something about these certain liturgies, like the drumming, we were talking about the drumming, and to have children, and you mentioned you're from a large family.
Right.
So there's this whole sense that these are all human. And as one slave said in Roman times, nothing which is human is foreign to me. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much for coming on our show, and we hope to get you back here another time.
Thank you, thank you.
Blessings on you and blessings on all of you, especially during this holy season.
Happy Advent.
And Merry Christmas.